Shofetiym, Judges 1. Now after the death of Yahusha it came to pass, that the children of Yasharel asked Yahuwah, saying, Who shall go up for us against the Canaanite first, to fight against them? And Yahuwah said, Yehudah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand. And Yehudah said unto Shimon his brother, Come up with me into my lot, that we may fight against the Canaanite. And I likewise will go with you into your lot. So Shimon went with him, and Yehudah went up. And Yahuwah delivered the Canaanite and the Perizzium into their hand, and they slew of them in Bezek 10,000 men. And they found Adonai-Bezek in Bezek, and they fought against him, and they slew the Canaanite and the Perizzium. But Adonai-Bezek fled, and they pursued after him, and caught him, and cut off his thumbs and his great toes. And Adonai-Bezek said, 70 kings, having their thumbs and their great toes cut off, gathered their meat under my table, as I have done. So Elohim has requited me. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and there he died. Now the children of Yehudah had fought against Jerusalem, and had taken it, and smitten it with the edge of the sword, and set the city on fire. And afterward the children of Yehudah went down to fight against the Canaanite that dwelt in the mountain, and in the Negev, and in the valley. And Yehudah went against the Canaanite that dwelt in Kevron. Now the name of Kevron before was Kiryat Arba. And they slew Sheshai, and Achman, and Talmai. And from thence he went against the inhabitants of Devir. And the name of Devir before was Kiryat Sephir. And Caleb said, He that smites Kiryat Sephir, and it, to him will I give Aksah my daughter to be his woman. And Othniel the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, took it, and he gave him Aksah his daughter to be his woman. And it came to pass, when she came to him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she lighted from off her ass. And Caleb said unto her, What will you? And she said unto him, Give me a blessing, for you have given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And Caleb gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. And the children of Kenai, Moshe's father-in-law, went up out of the city of palm trees with the children of Yehudah into the wilderness of Yehudah, which lies in the south of Arad, and they went and dwelt among the people. And Yehudah went with Shimon his brother, and they slew the Canaanite that inhabited Tesephath, and utterly destroyed it. And the name of the city was called Korma. Also Yehudah, Gaza with the coast thereof, and Ashkelon with the coast thereof, and Ekron with the coast thereof. And Yahuwah was with Yehudah, and he drove out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley, because they had chariots of iron. And they gave Kevron unto Caleb, as Moshe said, and he expelled thence the 3 sons of Anak. And the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Yevusiim that inhabited Jerusalem, but the Yevusiim dwell with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem unto this day. And the house of Joseph, they also went up against Baal, and Yahuwah was with them. And the house of Joseph sent to descry Baal. Now the name of the city before was Luz. And the spies saw a man come forth out of the city, and they said unto him, Show us, we pray you, the entrance into the city, and we will show you mercy. And when he showed them the entrance into the city, they smote the city with the edge of the sword. But they let go the man and all his family. And the man went into the land of the Kittim, and built a city, and called the name thereof Luz, which is the name thereof unto this day. Neither did Manasseh drive out the inhabitants of Beit Shean and her towns, nor Ta'anak and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Yivleam and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, but the Canaanim would dwell in that land. And it came to pass, when Yasharel was strong, that they put the Canaanim to tribute, and did not utterly drive them out. Neither did Ephraim drive out the Canaanim that dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanim dwelt in Gezer among them. Neither did Zebulun drive out the inhabitants of Kitron, nor the inhabitants of Nahalol, but the Canaanim dwelt among them, and became tributaries. Neither did Asher drive out the inhabitants of Ico, nor the inhabitants of Tisidon, nor of Ochlav, nor of Achziv, nor of Kelba, nor of Aphek, nor of Rechov. But the Asherim dwelt among the Canaanim, the inhabitants of the land, for they did not drive them out. Neither did Naphtali drive out the inhabitants of Beit Shemesh, nor the inhabitants of Beit Anath, but he dwelt among the Canaanim, the inhabitants of the land. Nevertheless, the inhabitants of Beit Shemesh and of Beit Anath became tributaries unto them. And the Amorim forced the children of Dan into the mountain, for they would not suffer them to come down to the valley. But the Amorim would dwell in Mount Kerek, in Aelon, and in Sha'alabim. Yet the hand of the house of Joseph prevailed, so that they became tributaries. And the coast of the Amorim was from the going up to Ma'alah Agrabim, from the rock and upward.
Hey, hold on. Yahusha wins.